Refreshing wild cherry cola meets smooth cream. The treat you deserve. Pepsi Wild Cherry and Cream. Treat yourself.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. Stop waiting around for the perfect candidate. Instead, use Indeed sponsored jobs to find the right people with the right skills fast. It's a simple way to make sure your listing is the first candidates see. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs have 4 times more applicants than non-sponsored jobs. So go build your dream team today with Indeed. Get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Yeat, Toliver, Griddlë, let's talk about it. How y'all doing? Welcome to Let's Talk About It, Music Reviews Season 12. How y'all doing? Welcome to the show. We got a pretty good show for you today. We are back with our coverage of Yeat's new album, ADL. I stayed up pretty late listening to the album. Had a really good time, in my opinion. Can't wait to talk about my album review, probably down later this week. But guys, let's get into this one, because this song right here caught me off very surprised, I was, not expecting a song to hit as hard as this. And, it's a little simple. There's a lot of simplicity, in the lyrics, and maybe the verses too. But also there's so many cool elements that's in this beat. And I just think this is probably one of the newest, hardest beats that I've heard in a long-ass time. Which is pretty cool. So we're going to get into that, guys. And, Don Toliver is, of course, on this track. Now, when Don Toliver had Yeat, and they did this song together, I didn't really enjoy that. But hey, maybe this could change my mind. I just got done listening to it, so let's start talking about it, starting off with the fucking beat. This beat has a lot to it, which I do love. First of all, the 808s and the trap beat elements itself is really fucking good. I love all the bells. I love the glass clashing, it sounds really cool. I like it. There's these cool little 8-bit effects that just kind of, come here on this part, come here on this part, boom, boom, show up on here. These small little switch-ups, these small little elements just making the beat just a really cool, enjoyable experience. And I will say, this is probably one of my favorite beats off this album, though how, wacky it kind of is, it has all these 8-bit elements, the fucking 808s sound like they're getting thrown fucking across the damn ocean, holy fucking shit, it's a little wacky, but I think it really works well together, and I think it, this beat could easily get stuck in your head, this beat could easily kill it on your speakers, etc., so really cool elements in my opinion, so I really do overall enjoy this beat. Don Toliver, let's just get into Don Toliver already, because I really do enjoy his parts of the song. He's not really on this song, too much, but there is a moment where, the beat kind of slows down, those reverb effects start coming in, and then you got Don Toliver singing his ass off, doing his goddamn thing, having some really nice background vocals too. The ad-libs are definitely 100% on fucking point, which I really do enjoy. I'd say Don Toliver, really killed it. It's a lot better than whatever the Don Toliver and Yeat song was, I enjoyed that track, I didn't have no problems with it that much. But, something about this, Don Toliver just sounds like he's at his peak, sounds like he's at his fucking best right now, and I think the vocals on Don Toliver's, little, side hook or verse are actually...
Zootopia 2 has come home to Disney+.
Let's go!
Get ready for a new case.
We're the greatest partners of all time!
New friends.
Gary the Snake.
And your last name?
The Snake.
Dream Team. New habitats.
Zootopia has a secret reptile population.
You can watch the record-breaking phenomenon at home. Zootopia 2, now available on Disney+, rated PG. And right now you can get Disney Plus and Hulu for just $4.99 a month for 3 months with a special limited time offer. Ends March 24th. After 3 months, plan auto-renews at $12.99 a month. Terms apply.
The world moves fast. Your workday, even faster. Pitching products, drafting reports, analyzing data. Microsoft 365 Copilot is your AI assistant for work. Built into Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and other Microsoft 365 apps you use. Helping you quickly write, analyze, create, and summarize. So you can cut through clutter and clear a path to your best work. Learn more at Microsoft.com/M365 Copilot.
Really fucking good in my opinion, so I really do overall enjoy what Don Toliver did on this track. I think he overall sounded pretty fucking fire, in my opinion. And, you know, for somebody who doesn't really listen to Don Toliver that much, I'd easily put this on my personal playlist. You know, I'd easily put Don Toliver's feature on my personal playlist because it sounds that fucking good. So overall, I really did enjoy what Don Toliver did on this song. Really love the flow. I love the vocals. I love how he's coming on this fucking beat. So really cool shit from Don Toliver, in my opinion. And there's this kind of like Don Toliver and Yeat chemistry. I just hope it continues. I hope it evolves. Hopefully we get more music out of it because, you know, hey, already I'm seeing one of my favorite Yeat songs is about to be a Don Toliver fucking feature. So that's pretty cool. Love what Don Toliver did on here. So let's get into the hook. The hook from Yeat was really fucking good. Now it's simple, you know, it's nothing crazy, but I love that little mini fast flow that he does, and I'd say the lyrics can easily get stuck in your head, and this is a hook that can easily just get stuck in your head. You know, it doesn't do too much, you know, it doesn't, you know, ride on the lines of, you know, being a little bit too much, or, you know, being so bare bones where I'm like, what the fuck, can we, you know, add a little bit more to it, can we make the song sound fucking better? No. I think this hook is perfect. I think it easily gets stuck in your head. And I think, you know, this hook works well, really well together, in my opinion. Then you got Yeat on the verses here. And I'd say Yeat on the verses were really good. I love the different flow switches, the vocal switches that Yeat's doing on here. And I really love how Yeat is just, you know, continuing to evolve his sound, you know, with different flows, with different vocal switches, you know, moments where, you know, having really fun, addicting, wacky type beats, you know, just all of these different elements just really working together, in my gosh darn dang opinion. So when we talk about Yeat, Don Toliver, Griddlë, I think this track right here is a really cool track. You know, I've already seen, you know, some comments saying this is like the worst song off the album, and no, I think this is one of the best songs off the album. I'm just going to be fucking honest with you. So I think the hook is really good. I think the beat is really fucking fun. Don Toliver did his thing on here. Yeat did his thing on here. This song, overall, is really good in my opinion. So I will easily give this track a 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10, guys. What y'all think about it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I don't know. Let me know. If you're on YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, wherever you get your podcast at, make sure you follow, turn on notifications, guys. We're dropping new content every single day. And I can't wait to dive back into the Yeat album. You know, I'm going to listen to it a few more times. You know, probably, you know, listen to it a lot more than a few times. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm about to have a really good time. Anyways, I'll see y'all later. Have a good one. Yeah, guys. Bye.